Yeah, good evening. This is Ty from MasterKicks.com, and I have another show for you tonight. Yesterday I talked about the Adidas Yeezy on 350 V2 Yeezy. So if you've missed that, I will invite you to go back on my YouTube or just go on the website houseofkicks.com. You can catch the article. Now today we're going to talk about the Yeezy 350 Yecheil. Now before I get into it, I want to make a couple of observations. All right. The Yecheil, when I saw the name, I kind of was interested and I went and looked it up. And when I looked it up online, it's a Hebrew name that was given to males. Just like it means may God live or God shall live. So, and again, like I said, the shoe was certainly made to give glory to the living God, and that's a good thing to hear. Because some people may not understand why Kanye is doing that, but I think he might have been inspired by 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. He says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of the Lord. And then I've also wanted to throw this verse in there. King Solomon's last but one phrase in the book of Ecclesiastes, it was the end of the matter. All has been heard. Fear God and shun evil, for this is the whole duty of man. So we exist to glorify God. And I felt like Kanye West is kind of like on the right track right now. He's understanding that he is who he is by the grace of God. So therefore, he's going to try to stand and live to give him glory. So, I commend him for what he's doing. This is good. Now, I know you guys want to know how many pairs were made, and this is what I'm going to do today. All right, so I collected my data as usual, went on the store finder Adidas section, and that's what I got all my numbers. So I'm going to start off with Europe. And again, France is always going to get more than everybody else. France got 68 stores allocated. And that's been like the ongoing thing. Like when I wrote about the Israel yesterday, when I did it, it was 369 stores from Europe. Now they have 5 more. It went from 369 to 374. So, and France is leading the charge with like 68. And then we have Germany, the UK, Italy, and Spain. And I guess the other country that's getting a lot more is Belgium with 16. You can go on the website and actually read the entire post. Now, Asia, Japan always leads the flock. Japan has 56 stores given an inventory. Taiwan and the UAE received a little more this time as well. Because South Korea is caught. I don't know why. Because 2 weeks ago I wrote an article and South Korea got like 28 stores. This time they didn't get any of the Israel, and they're not getting the Yecheil either. So they're not going to get those. And now the overall number now is like 179. That's for Asia. Australia, they kind of get like, for some reason I don't understand. Like yesterday when I did the Israel, Australia and New Zealand got 14 stores combined. This time they went up to 15, which is one more. So they still didn't get that many. And so I'm not going to waste too much time on that. And then Africa, this time there's something interesting. Now the great news, like I said, comes from Africa because, again, by the way, I'm African. And yesterday when I wrote the article, it's only South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco. This time, Adidas added some more Western and Eastern African countries. Angola is there with 2 stores. Ethiopia is getting some. Ghana, which is my neighbor country, is getting one store. Kenya is getting it, and then Mauritius, that's an island in Africa. They're also getting some. So that's really, really interesting. I feel like Kanye West and Adidas are more broad in their imagination. I guess they want to include everybody, which is right, the right thing to do. So Africa went from like 9 stores to 21 stores. So that's a significant increase right there. And I wanted to point that out. Now, I'm not going to include the USA this time because the retailers haven't been mentioned. So I'm not going to include them, but I still can find my numbers based on everybody else's allocation. Now, South America and Canada. Now, Mexico got 37, Peru got 5, and Canada got 43. So all that is left to do is set up our assumptions, and we're going to run our numbers. All right. Now, before I do it, yesterday I received a comment on YouTube from this guy named Yash Patel, and he told me that the Israel where it was 130,000 pairs. Now, I can't verify this information. I don't know where he's getting that from, so I asked him a question. I didn't get an answer yet. So I'm assuming if that's the case, then the only thing that I can change on my post is the fact that I went from 60 pairs per store to 120. That means 4 pairs per size. So size 4 will be 4 pairs, all the way up to like size 13 will be 4 pairs per size per store. So if that, I take that into consideration, that would be 120. So I'm going to change this number from 60 to 120. Okay, I'm also going to assume that the online allocation is going to be 1/3 of the entire allocation the physical stores are getting, and then I'm going to give the rest of the world 3/4 of the inventory, and then the USA is going to get 1/4. And then we can run our numbers, and this is it. Pretty simple arithmetic. 374 times 120, that's for France and everybody else in Europe. And in Asia, that's 179 times 120, no 60. So I gotta fix that. Australia is 15 times 20. Africa is 21 times 120. Africa is getting more than Australia this time. And then Canada is getting 43 times 120. South America is going to be 42 times 120. The total is 70,140 pairs. And then the online allocation based on this number is going to be 70,140 divided by 3. That is 23,380. And then the rest of the world allocation will be 70,140 plus 23,380. It comes up to 93,520. And then the USA allocation will just be this number divided by 4, which is 23,380. And I'm going to take it up to like 25,000 pairs basically. Okay. So the grand total based on these numbers is going to be 93,520 plus 25,000 is like 118,520, and I took it up to 120. Okay, so 120,000 pairs that I'm thinking. Now, as you all know, I gotta always make sure I put my disclaimer. I don't work for the brands. This is just a projection. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what may happen. This is not the true reality. It's just a picture of what may take place. So don't quote me on any of this stuff. This is just to help you guys out. All right, now if you want to get the shoe now, you can go on StockX and grab it. All right, this is it. And guys, if you haven't subscribed for my website yet, do so, because I broke down a lot of things a couple of weeks ago. I talked about a lot of shoes that are coming out. I'm going to help you make some better investment, and we're going to talk about, for example, I talked about these right here, not this one. Actually, Actually, this is a good article that I wrote last week. You may want to read this. I will invite you to go ahead and read this. This is a good one. And a couple other things on the website. I will invite you to just go in and check it out. All right. Again, guys, this is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff. Thank you.